I live almost 80 miles to the VA hospital, and I live out in the country right on the water. I just absolutely love it. 80-mile trip can be a very harrowing experience when you're driving into Virginia. I joined the Navy in 1962. I was a bosun mate. I went into the Command Master Chief program. When I retired, I moved here. They didn't have a service officer. And I said to Cheryl, I'm going to do that job.
I've been living here in Hickory for approximately 50 years. Went to service in December 1970. Was in the Air Force, served for 4 years. Stateside, I was in Charleston, South Carolina, and overseas I was in Guam, and got out in November of '74. I had been wanting to quit smoking for a good many years and tried and failed and tried and failed. And my doctor kept wanting me to go to the smoking cessation classes that they offer in Asheville. But it's like 8 or 9 weeks. And a trip to Asheville once a week is kind of, you know, it's expensive.
I served in the United States Navy for 8 years. I had no clue what the VA was. I thought it was for older people or retired veterans, so I didn't think I was able to be a part of the VA. I use the telehealth system, so it helps a lot. So I'm glad that I found out about it, and they offer a lot of services that helps me. The VA's been helpful to me and my family. You know, without it, I don't know where I'd be.
I joined the military October 3rd of '06, and I served in Iraq. When I was in the military, healthcare wasn't my concern because it was always there for me. But now that I am out the military, how am I supposed to provide for my family if I do get sick? I didn't know that I could get my medical health benefits right now.
And your zip code?
23606.
So at this time you are considered for eligibility categories to be a category 5. And you are officially enrolled for health care benefits?
Having VA healthcare benefits could save my life.
I was in the Navy for 27 years. I joined in 1948 and retired in 1975. It was medical retirement. I served during the Korean campaign, Vietnam, Cuban blockade, and probably a few other skirmishes. Contracted a disease, or whatever you want to call it, called Raynaud's, and then actually sugar diabetes. And the fingers are chewed up, and that's where I lost my feet. So I don't get around very good. I'm wearing prosthetics. I've been on the telehealth program for almost 2 years now, and I like it. I like it very much. It's helpful for me because I don't have to go over there. I can call them up. I can talk to a nurse.
Good morning, Mr. Legassi. How are you feeling today?
And I send out all the information that I have. I do my insulin and my weight.
No dizziness, lightheadedness?
And then he does blood pressure and what is that, oxygen level and all that kind of stuff, and a pulse.
Okay, so I would like to go over your meds so you have those close to you so we can look at what you're taking and see if that's affecting your blood pressure.
But this will help her help me, and I like that.
I was born here in Robeson County as an American Indian. I've resided here all of my life, all except for the 9.5, 10 years I put in the United States Army. I'm a disabled Vietnam veteran. I had my first contact with the VA Medical Center in Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is about 50 miles away, in 1963, when I pushed my dad in a wheelchair through the front doors of that hospital. And in Robeson County, we have some 10,000 veterans. Of that 10,000, the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina, we have some 4,000 veterans. that are American Indian. As I watch VA continue to grow, to bring about that quality care, but the home base, that care, that is a great asset to the veteran, to his family, and I think it's just fantastic.
What the C-Box will do is basically let patients that live down here go in for their routine checkups, but it'll also give them the access to the pharmacy, blood pressure checks, and the normal things you have for a normal doctor's appointment that would save them that 80-mile drive.
Here just recently, I found out about the rural health, and I had been wanting to quit smoking for a good many years and tried and failed. And they started that rural health thing. They contacted me, and they had a class up in Morganton. And that was really a lifesaver, you know. I mean, because that way I could attend.
I'm Dan Hoffman, Director of VA's Mid-Atlantic Healthcare Network. During the past few minutes, you've heard fellow veterans talk about receiving health care through the VA. I'm proud to tell you that last year, we served more than 320,000 veterans from North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia. But I know there are many more like you who are eligible and have not yet enrolled for VA health care. Now's the time to come see for yourself that this is not your grandfather's VA anymore. In the past, the single largest obstacle to accessing VA healthcare was distance to our medical centers. You'll be happy to learn that over the past few years, we've grown this network to more than 35 sites of care. We have made VA healthcare available within a 1-hour drive to virtually all veterans living in our area. As the single largest medical provider for veterans, our staff and doctors are familiar with your needs and how to treat them. For yourself, for your family, come see why we're proud to live up to our Vision 6 motto of excellent service earned by veterans, delivered here. Enroll today. You'll be glad you did.